All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about a tweet somebody sent to me, and it seemed like where Errol Spence Jr. might have been taking some shots at Jaron Ennis. And you know I cannot miss an opportunity to talk about two of the best welterweights in the world. Let's talk about what was said and whether or not it has credence in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where Errol "The Truth" Williams, according to many people, took a shot at his mandatory challenger for his IBF belt, Jaron Ennis. Before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, you know the drill. Thank you so much for continuing to come by, watch the videos, hit the like, leave a comment in the comment section. It really is how the channel continues to go and grow, along with the support that you guys often do in the Cash App and also in the new feature on YouTube, the little heart with the $sign, which is a super thanks, goes towards supporting content creators like myself and others that you may enjoy. Also, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. That is 100% completely free. Doesn't cost you nothing, so shouldn't hurt you too bad to do that. But let's get into this. Man, I don't agree with Errol Spence Jr. Shocker. Errol Spence Jr. is the welterweight champion, the #1 welterweight in the world. He owns the WBA, he owns the WBC, and he owns the IBF belt. Now, if it is true that what he said in this tweet, and I will read you the tweet. Now, for anybody that wants to question whether or not this is a tweet that's real, go to Twitter and go look it up. It'll be in the thumbnail. And if you are looking at your phone, go to a computer and widen it so you can see it there. However, what he says is, and this was on January 20th, sometimes you think they're ready, then you have to put them back on the nipple. Once again, sometimes you think they're ready, then you have to put them back on the nipple. Now, this is something that Errol Spence Jr. is tweeting out, and I always say this. Errol Spence Jr. is no dummy. Neither is Terrence Crawford. Neither is Gervonta Davis. Neither is Floyd Mayweather or anybody else that has the type of reach that these guys have on their Twitter channels and on their Instagram pages or Twitter page, Instagram page. When they do things like this, they know that they're leading people. People are going to wonder what they mean. And the only logical conclusion that people can come from this is by thinking, okay, who did everybody think was ready, but they're not ready? Okay, because if you put them back on the nipple, that means that they're babies, they're not ready, they can't eat solid food. Okay, that's what it is. You think, oh, we thought they're ready to eat solid food, but they're not ready to. They choked on the solid food, so got to put them back on the nipple for a little bit longer. That is what that means. So who could that possibly be? It's pretty apparent that he's talking about Jaron Ennis, who just got done beating Karen, and I'm not going to try to say Karen's last name, in the IBF title eliminator on the undercard of Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. Many other people have said the same thing. I, however, disagree. And the reason that I disagree is because Jaron Ennis fought and won every single solitary round in that fight. If what he was trying to do was get a knockout, he did not do what he wanted to do. And that is what Jaron Ennis said that he was going to do. He was going to go out there and get a spectacular knockout. And when he said that, and he was not able to fulfill that. Not necessarily a good look, right? However, if you look at what actually took place in the fight, and you put everybody's expectations to the side, you'll see that he dominated the guy over 12 rounds. It was pretty much an easy fight for him, but he definitely did look like he was over anxious. May have let the real big moment put a little too much battery juice in him. And also, this is not the first time that I saw that with Jaron. I thought that I also saw that with Jaron against Chris Van Heerden when he won the other fight that he had recently that wasn't a knockout. Actually went to a no contest because Chris Van Heerden jumped off the ropes, right? And wound up, getting a headbutt or whatever, accidental headbutt. And he said he couldn't continue with the fight. So as a result, Jaron didn't get the knockout that otherwise he would have gotten. However, that does not mean that he's not ready, right? Because nobody has come close to beating him. It's not as if he was out there getting touched up by Kareem or taking a bunch of shots by Kareem. And of course, he got hit a couple times. Everybody gets hit in there. You can look at, all of these guys, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Jermell Charlo, Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez. Pretty much every fight that you see these guys fight in, they also get hit in the fight. So to me, I'm not quite there with it. But at the same time, I think it's much ado about nothing because Jaron Ennis is going to have more time to develop before he fights Errol Spence, because more than likely Errol Spence Jr. is going to be out of that weight class up at 154 pounds. And then that IBF belt is going to open up for him to fight somebody else for that belt. And I think he's in better position to fight either Virgil Ortiz, the winner of Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis after that, or if Terrence Crawford is going to man up and fight one of these young guys, Terrence Crawford, which I don't, who knows whether or not Terrence Crawford is actually going to fight these guys or not. My suspicion is no, probably not going to fight him, but it is what it is, man. I don't necessarily see it like Errol Spence Jr. does. But, and again, all of that is, it is a situation where, it kind of is what it is, because we'll see when those guys actually get in the ring, right, and are actually preparing for a specific guy like an Errol Spence Jr. or a Terrence Crawford or a Virgil Ortiz, right? I do think that Jaron Ennis has so many things in his arsenal and can do so many different things that he may feel like he can freelance at any point in time. So I do think that there is a need for him to settle down a little bit and really just very much stick to the basics. And if he sticks very much to the basics, he's going to wind up breaking guys up, stopping them. And it may take a little bit longer, may not necessarily be quite as flashy, but I think that it'll be more effective. I think right now, Jaron is kind of like, to parallel it to a basketball player. He's like, he's like a young basketball player that is getting breakaway layups and doing 360s, or getting, or has really nice handles, really trying to cross you over 4 or 5 times and then go to the hole to try to kind of make the crowd go, ooh, instead of just going right by him, laying him up. And at the end of the day, you see the scoreboard, his team wins, and you see his stat lines. He's got 35 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, you know what I mean? Something like that, right? I think that's kind of what he's going through. And versus like somebody like Errol Spence that is just really trim the fat off of everything. And very rarely do you see him really get very fancy, right? It's more about just boom, boom, boom. Let me go to the body, then going to finish up top, wear him down. Now he's tired. Now I'm going to beat on him. But just really, really focusing on the outcome versus the means by which you get that outcome, right? And trying to be fancy. But that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.